Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Linda. Today I am making a birthday cake for my husband. I am using a box mix, but I will upgrade it with some additional items. So stay tuned, and and we're making homemade icing as well. So stay tuned and I'll show you how it's done. Okay, for the ingredients, we have a box of Duncan Hines Devil's Food Cake Mix. So we're going to make that. On the back, as you can see, it tells the ingredients are 1 cup of water, 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, and 3 large eggs. So we will use the vegetable oil and the 3 large eggs, but I will also include, instead of the water, I'll use buttermilk. So that's going to be the upgrade to this recipe, and we will throw this together. I have my oven preheating to 350, and I will make a layer cake. So I have 2 9-inch round cake pans that I have greased and floured, and we'll get to the mixing. Okay, so now we're going to, we have the cake mix, the 3 eggs right here, 1 cup of buttermilk replacing the 1 cup of water, and then I do have 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. You can use light olive oil as well. That does really work well with cakes, especially box cakes. It just gives it a little bit more flavor, and it is very, I think makes it moister. So I'll put the cake mix in here. And this is one of the easiest things to do. I will do a video probably showing how to make a homemade cake. But at this point, this is what I'm doing today. So just put the 3 eggs in. And you can use a hand mixer for this, or a big mixer, I guess a whisk. So we'll just get the eggs in there. And if you can, in the comments, let me know what box cakes you like to make, how you like to upgrade them. And now we're going to put in the 1/3 cup of olive oil, or not olive oil, vegetable oil. And the best part about this cake is the homemade icing. This is a recipe that my mom has made forever. We used to get it when we were growing up. And it is chocolate icing, homemade chocolate icing, but I will put a little bit of cream cheese in mine. So I'll show you how I put that together as well. And the recipe actually just comes from the box of cocoa. Pretty easy recipe, and it's a lot better than buying the store-bought icing. If nothing else, buy and make your own icing, even if you're using a store-bought cake. It'll make it 10 times better. And like I said, the icing is a lot easier to make than you think. Okay, and because some people aren't real, maybe are intimidated to bake, to grease and flour the pans, it's a pretty easy process, and I just figured I'd show you how to do that as well. So I just take a paper towel, put some butter on it, and you can use cooking spray as well, and then you just put it around the pans. And then we get some flour. Take a little bit, and I like to do 1 pan at a time, and this is all you have to do. You do it over the other pan and some of the flour, and it just goes around the sides. Make sure you got enough in the middle. And that's the way you flour a pan. No big deal. Pretty easy process. Put the excess in the other one. Okay, and now we'll just evenly distribute the batter. And if you have a little bit more in one pan, like I have a little bit more in this one, I'm just going to put it in this one. For two 9-inch, 24 to 29 minutes. So that's what we'll put it in for. Again, I'll check it earlier. Once you start smelling it, it's probably close to being done. And then I'll check in with you shortly. So we got about 10 minutes left for the cake, and it is smelling awesome in here. So that will be done shortly. I am going to show you now how to make the homemade icing. Again, I got the recipe off of the back of my Hershey's cocoa. This is a special dark. You could get just the regular unsweetened cocoa, and as you can see, there's a recipe on the back. So this is going to take a half a cup, which is 1 stick of butter or margarine. I'm actually going to use half of that. I'm going to use a half a block of cream cheese as well, 2/3 cup of the Hershey's chocolate, 3 cups of powdered sugar, a 1/3 cup of milk. Sorry, I'm reading from the package. I should probably already know this, but anyway, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extracts. Okay, so I do have my 3/4 cup of powdered sugar here. The butter, you do want to have the butter melted, and what I will do is put the half a stick of cream cheese in here. I didn't take it out to soften, which I should have earlier, but I didn't think about it. So I'm just going to soften it up in the melted butter. So let that soften up a little bit. And then we have our cocoa powder. Whoop, there you go, cocoa powder and vanilla. So we have our vanilla and a 1/3 cup of milk. Now, with this recipe, you're going to tweak it. You're going to taste it after, so you mix some. If you need to add some more milk because it's too thick, add a little bit more milk. If you added too much milk, you need to add more powdered sugar or cocoa. Just keep tasting it. That's what your taste buds are for. You want to keep trying it just to make sure you get it to the flavor that you want it. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but that's the way I'm saying it. So here we go. We got the 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and we'll put that in. And we're still waiting for the cream cheese to soften up a little bit. Again, just put it in with the melted butter and get that softer. And if you need to put it in the microwave, I just wouldn't put the cream cheese in the microwave for too long, just because, yeah, it might get a little funky in there. So I'm going to put the milk and the cocoa powder, and we can whisk it, or I think I'm just going to mix it with my spatula. And we'll just make sure we get that incorporated. Again, you can use a mixer, hand mixer if you want. And this is the extra dark, so it will be more chocolatey for sure. I don't know what kind of chocolate you guys like, but leave a comment, let me know. We'll take a poll. Who likes dark chocolate? Who likes milk chocolate? Yeah, and with this, it looks like definitely gonna have to add a little bit more moisture in here. So you get the milk, and I'll be right back. I am going to attempt to do another third. I will pour this in the whole thing, so I'll use half of that third of a cup. I mean, everyone hopefully knows what icing consistency is supposed to be, so you don't want to make it too soft because you do have to icing the cake. So just mix that in, make sure we get all the dry. Oven. It took about 25 minutes. That's what I set the oven to. I mean the timer to. And then here we have the icing. I did bring out the hand mixer. It's probably a good idea to hand mix after you mix everything just to get it all well incorporated and nice and fluffy. And just because of the dark chocolate that I used, it wasn't as bitey as I wanted that cream cheese flavor to be, so I did wind up using the whole block of cream cheese. So now we're going to icing the cake. They are nice and cold, and I wanted to show you this beautiful cutting board, wood board. I got this at Walmart in the clearance section for $4, and look how thick it is. It is, I love going to Walmart and going to the clearance section because you really find some really nice things. So I'm going to put the cake on here and icing it on here. Now I know a lot of people, when you watch cooking shows and everything, they do cut off the top of the cake just to make it more even. I'm not going to do that. I will actually, since this is the smaller piece, what I'll do is I'll just flip it over, put that on the bottom. So when we put the two cakes together on the top, it'll be a little bit flatter. Then we just take our icing mixture, and I don't have any fancy icing tools. Just use my spatula, and then I'll also use a knife. So we're just going to put this in here. Put as much or as little as you want. So this is going to be the first layer, and then we'll take the other piece and we'll just place it on top, and then we'll icing top. Porter and I were watching a movie last night, Paper Moon, with Tatum O'Neal and Ryan O'Neal. What a cute movie. If somebody needs something to watch, I would highly recommend putting that on. Very cute. I was tired, I was ready to go to sleep, and I just couldn't go to sleep because I just needed to see what happened. I think I might have seen it when I was younger, but I don't remember. So watching it last night, I just thought it was a good recommendation. So if you're looking, we get it on Turner Classic Movies on demand. check it out. And then we're just... And because it's a box cake, people might think, oh, it's just a box cake. But you know what? You still spent time making it. It's going to be enjoyed by your family and friends. So take pride in it, even if it is a box cake. It's still made with love, and that's all that matters. And there you go, beautiful birthday cake. And the candles do not give away his age, so. But put some nice spring sprinkles on there. And there you go. And here we go, a beautiful chocolate birthday cake.
Yum.
Okay, Porter, so what will be your favorite thing to do on your birthday? And keep it PG, please.
How about PG-13?
Oh, that's why I married him. Happy birthday.
Star Wars. I like the new ones. I love you.
Love
Thank you
you.
for my cake. Bye.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.